The Stupid Bowl. And we got two things here tonight that are related. I have not paid any attention to the Stupid Bowl. I think one of the teams playing was San Francisco. Joe Montana. Didn't Joe Montana play for San Francisco and he got his leg turned backwards on it? Oh, so horrible. Excellent. And what we have here in his own bag. I've got this vision, by the way, of an art project involving spaceman figures in plastic bags, full size. Get them out one-handed. This is a mystery ship. Pointing astronaut, cast in green. I had my eye on him for months. Knew I'd get him eventually, unless somebody else scored him. By Marx, obviously. And got a couple other pointing astronauts there. I think the one in cream is from the Disneyland set, or a Disneyland set. The tan one would be a Cape Canaveral set, and then the silver metallic guy, all plastic, by the way, is Operation Moonbase. And the form persisted. Since taping, I've learned that Marx cast both the aliens and human figures from the mystery spaceship in the same mold. They'd cast alternate shots of them in either green or orange and then sort them per box so that you'd get all of your aliens in green and all of your humans in orange, or vice versa. Interesting idea. My attitude about the mystery spaceship has changed since I was recording this. It's not a set that really appeals to me, primarily because the emphasis is on the spaceship rather than the beings who are experiencing whatever imaginative play takes place. It's about a gyroscopic toy that spins around, and yeah, there's one spaceman that you fit into it. But the rest of them don't. They just sort of stand there while this thing spins around, and that's not really manifest for the art that I'm trying to make. Although it would be cool to set one up spinning in a gallery, just to sort of do it as performance. But I want the spaceman figures to use in my art. Mystery spaceships, a little bit oversized. And what we have here are a group of the orange, let's make sure we're on camera, orange mystery ship aliens. And I've almost bought individuals of them a bunch of times for $6 to $8. And this listing came up, which I think has all of the orange ones. And just to size compare, there's the green spaceman pointing, and we got one of the little rockets. It comes with a little rocket launcher, but these were just as interesting. And I think the set is called the Space Rangers, although it has nothing, I don't think it has anything to do with Rocky Jones. It was Rocky Jones Space Ranger. They did not have a marketing arrangement with for Rocky Jones, but these were part of another play set, and they're the Operation Moonbase poses, but in a severely reduced size, including this strange thing on a hoop. I'm not sure what the hoop is for. All right, I've done some readings since first taping, and this Space Ranger thing is actually pretty cool. I think I like it better than the mystery spaceship even. Essentially, you are the pilot maneuvering this spinning whirligig device with a rocket on the end of it to rescue or bring messages to astronauts stranded on some alien planet or something like that. And the point of the hoop is that you spear you spear the hoop with this point here and haul the guy to safety. The more interesting revelation, though, is that the set did include the mystery spaceship aliens as well as the reduced-sized Operation Moonbase figures. The big hoopla being that there's a good chance that all of the figures from this parcel were from a Space Ranger playset and not from a mystery spaceship playset at all. That was an interesting thing to learn. All of them have 2 notches on the bottom, which is consistent with Marx figure production. And I got out my Operation Moonbase silver astronauts and the Operation Moonbase green cast aliens that I'd gotten in the other week. And there, of course, are the pointing astronauts. And these are much smaller than the Operation Moonbase aliens. Interesting. And let's take a look at them all, because they're just far out. Pretty cool. That's awesome. The sculpting detail is fantastic. This is one I've wanted for a while. I don't know what it's supposed to be other than an alien. And then this dude here, he's turned up.
Ash, can you see this?
None of them are in the poses of the Tom Corbett aliens that kept being reused by Marx time after time. And of course the show stealer is this guy.
Ash?
Yes, I can. I've never seen anything like it.
With the arms. That's just wild. Fantastic. Little things. 30 millimeters or so. They'll work with those little teensy Timmy guys nicely. Nice bases on them. They all stand up with terrain sculpting. And then these things, the Ranger pieces, are of course derived from the Operation Moonbase. So there's a feel right there for how these figures are different. The Ranger is of course the smaller one. Moonbase in the larger pose. Here's another pose here where he's on the rock and he's sort of embracing something or whatever he's trying to do. And there's that related pose. Here's the astronaut. I guess he's flipping up his visor, and there's a matching one right there. And here's the guy spacewalking with his wrench there. And then the scene stealer should have been the hard suit guys, or the moon suit dudes. And I guess this one would go with what would be the Republic suit. I think that's the Republic suit. The other one is by Sanford, I can't. And then this one, of course, is another one of the astronauts adjusting his visor. So we'll pull another one of those forward to match that. And a rocket. You can see there the notches there that protrude to the left. Those would fit into the launcher mechanism, and then it'd shoot out and hit the kid right in the eye. You put out an eye with those things. No, I don't get the mystery spaceship, but I want the full set of figures, that's for sure. Has a couple of nice little space cars too that just sit there doing nothing. And that's all they have to do. They just have to look cool for me. And I'm good to go. I have to get another box from Marx, guys. I want a box just for my Swamp It figures too. And as I've said a million times, I'm the kind of toy collector who loves to put their toys away. And that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my evening here on Stupid Bull Sunday. And watch The Star Lost. You ever seen The Star Lost? Well, it was a weird show. Made in Canada. Yeah. The Marx mystery ship aliens. And one of the human astronauts casting green. And I think I finally figured out what it is about the mystery ship that it isn't that I don't like it. It's that the mystery ship itself is the star of the set rather than the figures or the humans. And I'm all about the adventure, people having experiences, seeing the thing spin there like a top. That doesn't do much for me, or it doesn't do the same thing that just seeing the figures crawling up on the Operation Moonbase Mountain does. That's cool. And these things are awesome. Here's a quarter for scale. Fantastic space goods.